crap, where'd it go? There it is. Hey, welcome. It is Tech Help Oz, and I'm joined as per usual. Actually, we'll start off with what episode number we're dealing with here. This is episode 11 for the 9th of June, 2015. And we've got some news for you. As per usual, we're going to try to get it done in 30 minutes or less, or it's free. And I'm joined, as always, by my good friend, Lenny. How are you going, mate?
I'm good. I'm doing good, Ben. How are you doing today?
Oh, fantastic. Yep. It's all going well.
You got a haircut, mate. Look at you. You're looking suave.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you get a haircut?
I had to go. Yeah, I get haircuts.
I don't. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I don't. Look at this. It's puffy. I need to go get one sometime this week. Ignore that.
All right. We'll do that. All righty. So it's been actually just in the last 24 hours, it's been a bit of a big deal for me in the news anyway. Because I managed to catch a sniff of something pretty major. I suppose we'll lead off with that. What do you reckon?
Yeah, go for it. Go on, let's go.
All right. Okay. Well, last night, as I was getting ready to go into 6PR and do my usual tech thing, I got wind of a bit of a news story that was happening. Apparently, there was a rumor going around that WestNet had a data breach. So someone had managed to get data out of WestNet, obviously without WestNet's permission, and they were trying to sell this database of names, addresses, email addresses, usernames, maybe passwords, but no credit card details. And I did a bit of digging and did a bit of hypothesizing, and I reached out to IINet, who are the owners of WestNet, to see if I could get some sort of a response. I didn't actually get any direct responses, but I was kind of contacted by somebody who knew something about the situation. And, I posed a few questions out there, and they basically said, Ben, you're on the right track. Now, here's the track I was on. It is a database that is really old. And since this is a database that contains just WestNet information, I assume that this is a database that predates the WestNet IINet merger, which is 2008. And so it's pretty much behind the times. It's a pretty old database. There's not a bunch of security on it because back in 2008, we really weren't that too concerned about security because it was only 2 years ago we saw all the hype about security thanks to Edward Snowden and his leaks. So it's a really old database. So this guy's got an old database that he's trying to sell on the black market in the hope that somebody who wants to, I suppose, the only thing it'd be good for is identity theft, if that. And good luck to him. If he can sell it, well done. But I doubt anyone would be interested because it is really, really old data. So in a nutshell, that's it. And it pretty much blew up. It was very, very popular through my channels. And it just went off in a big way. So my website traffic has jumped thanks to this. And I've managed to get a few discussions going, and it's also happening over at the Whirlpool Forums, which is an Australian internet service provider and basically a propeller head sort of technology place for people to go and swap stories and advice and questions all about technology. So, that's it. What's your take, Lenny?
The person that's going to buy anything from the guy selling WestNet stuff, you're going to be... If you're interested in buying it, you're going to be buying at least like people over the age of 45, 50s worth of information because WestNet customer base was mostly older people because it was an older ISP. When I worked at IINet back in 2013, so not even that long ago, WestNet information was almost 100% gone. It was all back to IINet. So you had your WestNet email, but it was based off a IINet server. So there wasn't much like information that can be like taken from that, I guess. So my thing is, I blame Edward Snowden for making me have to have an uppercase, lowercase, special number, exclamation mark in my password now. Thanks for that. Yeah. But I don't know. It's not massive. It's not an Australians, unfortunately, we're not massive with the Newswire thing with the security leaks because no credit card information was stolen. No actual important, I'm using that term very lightly, important stuff was stolen. Passwords can be changed. Credit cards can have money attached to it. So that wasn't stolen. So it's not going to be on CNN anytime soon, I guess. So, yeah. That's what I've got to say, I guess.
Yeah, you're right there.
I feel bad
really,
for West.
Yeah, it's a PR. It's a PR bungle. We've got some 30,000 former and I suppose current Westnet subscribers who may have been affected by this, and a letter has actually gone out to those subscribers saying it might be a good idea to change any passwords that you have. I suppose the people that would really be at risk are the ones that are using the same password for their Westnet account as they do their Gmail account and all the other accounts. So using that one password, this is one of those examples where it could really backfire on you. But yeah, you're right, Lenny. It's not a significant worldwide type breach. It's a relatively small number of users. The quality of the data that's been breached is not really super high quality. It's pretty low value stuff in the general scheme of things. But it is the first major breach of an Australian internet service provider that I can think of off the top of my head. So
no, it definitely is. It's the first one, and I guess that's good for us. But it's like, I don't know. It kind of makes me feel really bad for Australia. At the same time, like our information is super secure, mostly because nobody tries to steal it. But at the same time, I'm like, it's like you just stole like a candy from a kid at the moment. I guess just because Westnet is it's such a trusted such a trusted ISP. But now that it's a part of IONET, who's now going to be part of TPG. Are they pushing more security because of that? Or are there basically, do you think my conspiracy brain is now working saying, could TPG be doing this kind of thing for publicity, saying your information will be more secure once IONET merges with TPG? Do you think people could be like that?
I wouldn't put it past some players. I'd say, I mean, it is possible that someone might do that. But I'd say it'd be pretty unlikely. My guess is that the person who's done this is either a former employee or a contractor or someone who's basically been on the inside of IONET or Westnet, and they've managed to get their hands on an archive backup, or they've managed to slip a thumb drive or something into one of the systems, and they've managed to slurp off this data. And they probably knew that their time was up. They could probably see the writing on the wall, or they weren't happy and they've bailed, and they're probably just looking to make a quick buck on their way out. And that's my gut feeling. That it's just an insider.
Which is really strange, because when I worked at IONET, getting access that kind of, like, they're very safe with the information that they've got. They are like, you can't plug a USB in there and download anything or upload anything. They literally have to have an IT person, which works in something called like the NOC or system administration. They have to be the ones to download everything. They're the only ones that have the ability to download. You have to log in with their account, because each one of us as an employee had our own account, but we couldn't do anything. We could watch videos. We can use the system perfectly, but downloading or copying information physically on a hard drive was impossible, which makes me think the person that did it was very, very high up, or has been with Westnet or IONET or TPG. If they, I don't know if they've been taken up yet, but they have been a very long time employee. So if they have done that because they were getting fired or let go, it's scary to think that these people have your information, because it's there, it's on a system.
Yeah.
So
well, I suppose when you really think about it, there are areas where security can be breached easily and without much notice, without people knowing. I'm sure there's an investigation going on with this. But the larger the ISP, the more staff you have, and you'd have staff turnover, and all these measure up as some sort of a factor into how vulnerable your data is. So, large ISPs, no matter how good their security is, There's
Yeah,
always going to be one or two vulnerabilities around the place, and all you need is
100%.
just you just need one person with a chip on their shoulder, with a writing on the wall. They can say, "All right, that's it. I know my time's up. Time to get out of here. I really hate these guys. I'm just going to try and stick it to them as I go. So I'm going to grab a whole bunch of data, and I'm going to
Yeah,
sell it off on the black market. And this is going
yeah,
to see me through because the bastards didn't give me my holiday pay." It's
yeah.
I don't think it's too hard
Nah,
to
but
jump into someone's
it's definitely
DMs and
there
assume that.
because yeah, it is a possibility. It's definitely 100% there because when I worked at Domino's, when I quit, when I knew I wasn't going to come back, my last shift, all I did was answer the phone pretending to be Pizza Hut. So when people called Domino's on the day that I was leaving, I answered the phone going, "Welcome to Pizza Hut." People weren't very happy because they were like, no. So I can understand that somebody might be that bitter to steal information. So
Hmm.
it's
You
definitely a
didn't do any.
possibility.
Oh,
I did. Uh, they didn't pay me for like 3-4 months. I was just like, no, you're not going anywhere. Pizza Hut, let me take your order. And then they never get there. It's like, oh, where'd my pizza go? Mm. They take the order. They
oh
took
dear.
the order from Pizza Hut, but then our guys went out and they got Domino's at their door. It was the mind trip, I guess.
Chaos.
But let's
Absolute
go to another
chaos.
mind trip. Let's go to another
Yes.
mind trip, Ben. I've got
Go,
something
go.
interesting.
What do we got?
Every single person that I know, me personally included, or customers, friends, family, everybody, you're almost always a little bit too cheap to pay for antivirus fully. So you're always wanting to get the free version because there's nothing more different than the free version and the paid version, right? Free
Right.
version gave you everything, does the same protection now, and you never have to do anything. There are some features that were locked, but nothing major, right? Well, now antivirus freeware is not free anymore. So what's been happening, there's been an investigation in a lot of antivirus, the free version of a lot of antivirus programs. And what's been happening is they're trying to make a lot of money off it because nobody's buying the full version. They've now gone to have to make money otherwise. So when you download a freeware, which is basically an antivirus free software, excuse me, air went up my nose in the wrong way. What they're going to do is they're going to download a few packages. So when you download something, it always asks you to go recommended install or custom install. So custom is the one you always want to choose. Like personally, it might sound difficult, like you're going to have to do a lot of work. It's not. You have to untick boxes. So when you go recommended, what it does, it installs, it changes your homepage, directs it to any homepage that they choose of. It downloads toolbars. It downloads all kinds of programs. Like I know that Avast, which is one that I personally have used a lot, has recently been found to download a Google toolbar, which is strange because you normally use Google anyway. But Google toolbar and a Dropbox toolbar. So those are two of the biggest ones anyway. So a lot of people do use them. But the fact is that they're downloading it without telling you because it's not in that little custom download thing. So when in the recommended thing, I mean, it's only there if you go custom. So if you go custom download, it gives you the option to untick it. So you go, no, don't change my thing. No, don't download this. Don't do this. So a lot of big ones. Like I'm going to list some ones that have been surprising people. So Komodo Free, which is a massive one in America, has been doing this a lot. Avaria free antivirus, Zone Alarm free antivirus, Panda, Avast, AVG, which is a very, very big one here in Australia. A lot of laptops are actually, they come pre-installed on the laptop, which is the free version. So that stuff might already be there. So be careful. So Bitdefender is another one. Malwarebytes anti-malware, that's another one. And yeah, those are just a small list of the ones that have been known to do this kind of thing. So it's just, you just got to realize, like, do you want something that you don't, like, it's difficult to say, like, do you want this on your computer, knowing that there's going to be something you don't want on there at the same time? So you might want this antivirus, but it's going to come with a bunch of stuff that you don't want, like Avast or I can't remember. I think it was Avast as well. Has been known to, if you use Amazon a lot, they download a BitTorrent, like a little, like an extension kind of thing that actually plugs into Amazon's webpage. So every time you search something, like normally on Google, Avast makes money when you go to Amazon when they advertise whatever you searched. So if you search puppies, puppy dog, dog food, anything. When you go to Amazon, it will advertise dog food through their little extension. You click on that, that makes money for them. You didn't know it was there. You probably thought it was just Amazon being as amazing as it always is, but that's how they're making their money. So it's very shocking for these things to now be coming out saying they're doing this kind of thing. So I think Ben mentioned that he knows how to make us a little bit safer with these antivirus things being so dodgy. Ben, Bob the Builder, fix us.
Okay. Hey, let's fix this. I have managed to get antivirus software for free, but without that added cost of having toolbars and things. So it's actually quite easy. There is a website that I use all the time called ninite.com. That's NINITE.com. And that website is fantastic. It loads the software that you want. You just put a tick in a box, click on the big green button, and it downloads a software that you want without toolbars, without any spyware, without any junk, without any changes to your home pages, your search engines, or anything. You just get that free software and you're good to go. So ninite.com is my number one recommendation, and we can fix that problem with getting spyware and other crapware installed with the antivirus software that you wanted to get for free. Anyway, if you want to go for paid versions, one of my recommendations for paid versions of software is Kaspersky. It's a pretty solid performer, and there's also the Bitdefender paid version is also quite good. And Malwarebytes with antivirus also is a great product as well. So yeah, if you want to go for the paid version, go for those. If you want to go free, just go to ninite.com and find all the free software that you want. That's also legal and without the toolbars and the crap that you don't want.
Exactly. I personally do like Kaspersky the best, just because it's so easy to use. You pay for the thing, and it's so full of features. Ben's just doing some dance moves over here, guys. Just watching me dancing. Kaspersky is one of the best ones.
Yeah, I've just got my daughters sort of being gooses in the next room, and they're trying to distract me, and they didn't until...
Oh, Ben, they did. They did. You danced. They distracted you. They won.
I flipped them the forks, told them to go away.
They're still there, aren't they? So that's basically the main thing that I wanted to talk about now. Another thing that me and Ben, I think we have different opinions about this, because I think he thinks it's okay, and I think it's not, because it's stupid.
All right.
Apple have been delaying Pebble Watch app release for a very long time, physically on purpose delaying this. There's nothing wrong with the app. It's been released before, but they re-released it with a new Pebble Watch. Now they have on purpose delayed it because they want Apple sales to go through, because they know when people can't get it on their iPhone to match with their watch, they're not going to want to use the phone. They're not going to want to use the watch. Excuse me. So for me personally, if I have a smartwatch and I can't use an app that buddies with my watch, I'm not going to want that watch. So if I was a Pebble user, I'd probably go to Apple Watch, because then it's easier to use. The app's already built into it. And I believe Ben thinks it's okay because they own it. They should be able to dictate what goes on there. Don't you, Ben?
Yeah, this is actually going to be a good discussion, actually. So it's the idea of sort of working for the consumer, or the business protecting their own business. They could be protecting their own business. They could also be shooting themselves in the foot too. So let's look at it this way. Say you have one business, let's say Tech Help Oz, and we want to do our own thing. We've got our own content. We're doing our own game. And then all of a sudden, somebody wants to come in and start using our channel to promote what they're doing. And, we'd have a right to say, no, we don't want to play that game. That's not how it works here. So Apple is really protecting their own brand and their own business by not allowing Pebble to release a competing product on the market, especially a brand new product. So they'll be very protective over their market share of the Apple Watch. I can see why Apple is doing it. I can also see why consumers would not be happy to see this happen. So you might already have, I know a lot of people who use iPhones and a lot of people who love their Pebble watches. And it's kind of breaking that relationship between those users and Apple, where they might feel pretty shortchanged by not being able to use their Pebble with their Apple Watch, Pebble with their Apple iPhone. So yeah, it can go both ways.
Well, you can say it that way, but
Yep.
let's put it. I will counter your thing. Okay, if we at Tech Help Oz, girls, I will come over there and I will hula dance with you in a second. All right, just wait your turn. Um, if we as Tech Help Oz have been known to put other companies on us all the time, saying featuring, hey, here's Samsung watch, hey, here's this thing, here's this thing, here's this thing. Why would it be okay for me to dictate saying, okay, no, you're not allowed to do that. You're a competitor. You actually stand a chance of beating us at this. So no, I'm not going to push you forward. That would cause more trouble. It would be fair. I completely agree with you. It's their app store. They can do what they want. Windows does the same thing. Google do the same thing with Windows apps. It happens. I understand, but it's causing now more trouble for them doing this because now Pebble users are going, why are you doing this? Why would you do something like this? I don't like Apple now because they're dictating what they can do, and it's now causing a lot of troubles because now Pebble users are going, you do this, I'm not a big fan of Apple anymore. I'm going to swap to Samsung. So Apple users are not going to Samsung because Samsung aren't doing it. Now instead of causing that kind of turnover for phones going from Apple to another device, wouldn't it be just easier just to keep it the same playing field? Like, wouldn't it be able to just let the app go, and if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. The Apple Watch is 100 times more expensive than the Pebble Watch, so I can honestly tell you that the Apple Watch isn't going to be for the same audience as the Pebble Watch. The Pebble Watch is basic. It does an awesome job of what it is. It's a smartwatch that doesn't need everything. Whereas the Apple Watch is a $500 to a $15,000 or $20,000 price tag for people that just like something fancy on their wrist. 100%.
Yeah.
No holds
Let's
barred.
just ignore that Apple. Yeah. Whenever we talk about Apple Watch, can we just please ignore the Apple Watch edition? I mean, no one's going to spend $17,000 on a watch that's going to be obsolete in 3 years. So we can just.
I will,
that one.
Ben. I will. Once Tech Help Oz takes off, that's the first purchase.
Oh, really? You're going to get.
It's going to be the company watch. Everybody will wear
it. Everyone will get a turn. Love it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just it's odd. I don't have a strong opinion about it. It's just it surprises me and kind of fits with Google with Apple's business model, I guess, trying to crush down their competitor in their own passive aggressive way. And this is very passive aggressive, just not letting it through, saying it'll get there. We're just doing double checks with it, making sure it's compatible, but they're physically just not letting it through. So it's very passive aggressive of them, and I guess it fits with their business model.
Oh, it's definitely not very surprising at all. It's kind of what I'd expect. I can see why they do that. And I'm pretty sure we don't have any Android Wear apps in the Apple Store either, do we?
Not anymore. Samsung had an app a while ago, but they took it down because they wanted to stick to just Apple Watches, to Samsung phones. So the reason why they did it was because the same way Apple does their thing, they wanted to be built into the device itself, so it runs better, so they don't have to deal with programming it to fix the issues that they had. So they took it off. I think when the first Samsung watch came out a while ago. So not anymore. But yeah.
All right. Yeah, it makes sense. So, I suppose we'll just see how this turns out. If Apple does eventually allow this app through, what will happen? Are we looking at two different types of consumers altogether, or is this going to impact the Apple Watch sales, which I'm pretty sure Apple is scared of happening because you're getting some pretty neat functionality.
You can sell 100 Pebble watches and still won't get close to the price tag of one Apple sports watch. So it's ridiculous. I don't understand it. They're just so money hungry. And with that did you see the demo of iOS 9 or whatever it is? Did you watch that?
I have to say, I just basically stepped away from that news cycle. I was all too wrapped up with the WestNet data breach. That was my whole world yesterday.
Mate, you didn't miss anything.
I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything. I don't feel like I missed anything. I might have to go back and watch the event just because, but this is just a software update. And it wasn't a software update. It's pretty much what everyone expected. So we got the Apple Music streaming service. We got improvements with iOS 9, and we also got improvements with OS X, which is now, what's the name of it? It's a peak in
Yosemite,
Yeah,
Yosemite. Every time I think of it, I'm
next
just
to
like Yosemite Sam from Looney Tunes is just gonna pop out and shoot his guns. What I'm thinking.
yeah.
Um,
It's the version after that, but anyway, yeah, we've seen little improvements here and there, just a little bit of feature. Apart from that, not a great deal.
nah, it's not. I'm unless they're unveiling tech, I'm not fussed. But it's a software update. Why was there so much money spent on this thing when there's just a software update that they're talking about? What? Doesn't make any sense, Ben. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, because software goes hand in hand with the hardware that gives us the Apple experience. If the software was crap, then the Apple brand would not be selling a single thing. The software,
But
as much as
they're
people
putting down
love to
this
bag it
software
as
on
being
on
restricted,
an older phone.
yeah, and software updates, especially free software updates, are always pretty cool. But it wasn't a groundbreaking release. It wasn't anything that made anyone just lose
No,
their minds. It was
my Twitter didn't explode.
yeah, it was a slight tick in the upgrade, so it wasn't a major jump.
No. But let's move to another big announcement. We've got one here
yeah.
at Tech Help, which Ben is very excited about, and so am I. I'm very tired at the moment, so that's why I'm wearing my sweatshirt, my sweatshirt. So yeah, I'm not gonna
Everyone
be
should
too
be excited
excited.
about this one. This is something that everyone should be excited about.
A while ago, I think it was one of the articles Ben talked about that he featured in his show was about a product called Revolt, about a portable cloud storage on your wrist, your neck, your keychain, whatever. It's awesome. It's basically having your own portable cloud storage of about up to 128 gigabytes. That's basically, it's data free, so you're not going to have to pay for it. You're not going to pay for the data that's going back and forth. It's all Bluetooth and NFC. The fun thing is it uses an app, and that's it. You can download on your desktop, Linux, Windows, iPhone, Apple, Mac, computer, everything. It is all across, and so we love it. Me and Ben, we both love the technology. We are super excited to see where it goes. We really want to bring it to Australia. That's the best thing possible. We would love for it to be a big thing here because data is so expensive here. I think it would be a massive opportunity here for Australia to get a little bit more security conscious with their iCloud storage. So we both emailed them once or twice, and luckily enough, we were able to get a reply from them. We were fortunate enough for them to say yes, they are able to do an interview with us this Friday. So it's not going to be live, unfortunately, because we want to make sure that the quality is amazing as we'd like it to be. They are in Sweden, so they're going to be, it's about 8 a.m. their time, which will be 2 p.m. our time here in Perth. So we're going to be interviewing them, and Ben is going to absolutely ask all kinds of questions. He's going to bring his news personality out again, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to try to get it. We're working so hard about trying to get a demo device down here as soon as possible. And working at Virgin has got its plus side. I'm going to try and get one of our like managers to have a look at it, see if we can push to maybe become a distributor within Australia. And if Virgin doesn't take it aboard, I'm pretty sure that myself and Ben will take the burden of becoming a distributor for them here at Tech Help Oz, because we absolutely love the product. We are more than happy to endorse the product, so we're excited to see how that goes. So how pumped are you, Ben?
I'm really, really excited about this. I think this is going to be huge. So this is basically personal cloud that you take around with you. You're not having to rely on your mobile data network, so you're not being slugged in that sense. And also, it's a sizable amount of data that you'll have accessible to every device that's near you or on your person, and it's just really, really cool. And you're taking that data with you at all times. It's nice and secure. I reckon it's a great concept. It's a great product. It's essentially a USB drive that you don't have to plug in. And I also really like the styling as well. So it can look like a watch, or what really floats my boat is that it's going to be something like a fob watch. And I just love fob watches. I think they're so cool. I've actually got a couple of my own. I just love them. I think they are awesome. But having a reason to carry a digital fob watch around all day, man, I'm sold already. That's just great. I love it.
Nah, I think I'm very, very excited about that kind of thing. So we're going to try to get it done on Friday in good quality. We're going to record it over Skype. We're also going to have an audio file recording at the same time, just in case we're not happy with the video style of it, we might just release it as an audio podcast by itself. But hopefully we get the video working with us as well. I'm going to let Ben do the video style and I'll do the audio because Ben's got a better computer than I do. As you can see by my poopy webcam, he does have a HD webcam. I, at the moment, do not. So bear with me.
All right.
But yeah, I'm so pumped. Well, we'll work on it, right? I'm still waiting for Logitech to send me one. Come on, Logitech. You can do it.
Yeah, Logitech definitely can do it. I've got one right now, and it is fantastic. I can tell you, it'd be great to have
Look at
this
him
sort of video
rubbing it
quality. I'm sorry, but, it's good.
Ben's just
Damn good.
he's just a
It's well
working
worth it.
advertisement. He's like, yes, this Logitech camera, the HD20, is fantastic in 720p. Look at it, my face is HD.
That's right. You can see every wrinkle.
Nah, it's
All right.
I'm very excited to do this kind of thing. It's we're looking forward to it. Friday is going to be a big thing, and maybe eventually Ben can use his connections and try to get more celebrities on here for us to interview. Isn't that right, Ben?
That would be awesome. I'd love to try and get more and more people on. If you guys out there, or if you know someone who's got a project that's really cool and needs a bit of exposure, we can start with Tech Help Oz, but I've also got connections within the media as well. So if you want some mainstream exposure and if your product is really awesome, we can probably do something. So yeah, if you know someone or if you do have a product that needs promotion, please get in touch with Tech Help Oz. There's myself. You can find me at Ben Aylett. I'll just change the little thing down there so you can see. There we go. There you go. That's my Twitter handle down there at Ben Aylett, and I think I got that right there. Right there.
That's it.
So find me on Twitter. And then Lenny, if people want to get in touch with you, Lenny, where do they find you?
At Tech Help Oz there. I'm always available. That's my life. I haven't posted so much, but we've been trying to work on this thing. Listen, before we go, somebody that's been watching us for a while did send me this last week. We were meant to do a show. Apologies for missing last week. We were a bit too busy. We couldn't make time for it. But apparently there's a hypersonic plane being built which will fly from London to New York in an hour. Did you hear anything about this, Ben?
I think I did see this whiz by on my newsfeed, and I thought, oh, gee, that looks pretty cool. Wait, it's got no wings. It's just all jet.
Yeah.
But
it looks like something somebody built out of Legos. Like, it's amazing. So to give everybody like just a quick readout on it, it says day trips to New York can become a reality sooner rather than later as the U.S. Air Force are looking to build a hypersonic airplane to shoot us around the world. Based on the X-51 Wave Rider, which blah, 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 is really proof of concept test. It showed that it could get you could get a scramjet engine, launch it off as an aircraft, and it could get hypersonic. So it can go Mach 5 before it ran out of fuel. So if it had more fuel, it could probably go faster. So I'm excited to get on this plane and have my face ripped off. Apparently, that's what's going to happen.
Right. You'll be wearing a drinks tray as soon as you hit your cruising speed.
Exactly. I'm like, let me just get on to London. I want to go to New York. Thank you very much. Full face. Wake up in New York. I'm like, oh, where's my face? It's gone. It's still in London because I'm too fast.
That's right. Just throw the drinks and the food at the general space around here.
Exactly. Just like stand in front of the thing and just have the bottles and just squeeze it while we're flying, and everyone just opens their mouth. It just goes down your throat. That'll happen. Exactly. Oh man. But yeah, thanks for that, Nicholas. We appreciate the article. It's a very good idea, but hopefully it goes well. I wanna be able to travel. But I'm gonna say that ticket will probably be around $7,000 just for the convenience of having to fly 2 hours. So London to New York, $8,000 coach, and that means you're in the back next to the engine.
But still, in 1 hour, I mean, it's about as close as we can get right now to teleporting. So
it really is. I'm not
cool
gonna lie,
stuff.
it's very amazing. But we'll see how it goes. Is there anything else that's on your mind today, Ben?
I'm actually playing with an app called VoiceBite, and I'm thinking we might use that for listener questions or listener comments. So cool. Again, follow me on Twitter, get the VoiceBite app, and we'll have some fun with it. We'll see how we go. All right, and of course,
thank you very much for time.
No worries. And of course, you can find me on Twitter. That's at Ben Aylett. My day job is running a business called Easy Wireless, as well as sort of helping out at Tech Help Oz. Lenny, what do you do during the day, mate?
Slave away at Virgin Mobile. Come see me at Joondalup if you got any questions. I could pretend to help you out for a while and just talk general technology stuff. But yeah, just I work for Virgin Mobile. But my life passion at the moment is Tech Help Us. Where a lot of projects in the works. So keep in contact with us. Ask us any questions. Send us articles if you want us to talk about it. We can definitely maybe do a show where we just do user-given content, where we just cover stuff that you guys wanted us to cover. So send it our way.
Sounds awesome. All right. Well, that about wraps it up. We have done, well, just over 30 minutes, I think. And
Every month.
yeah.
We have to buy so many pizzas.
We're gonna buy, yeah, well, it was all free anyway. So
yeah, exactly. We still have to pay for it.
So there you go. Our service to you, some free news, and we'll hopefully see you guys again next week, provided we don't get messed around by long weekends again. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to keep your tech safe here at Tech Help Oz. Awesome. And we will catch you guys next week. And I'll just cue the music.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.